Good evening. I'm meteorologist Trevor Oliver with Putnam Weather and More, and I'm here to give you the latest weather info and news for Putnam County. Now, I must admit, I made the slides for this video much later than I wanted to, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to research a word for today and make a slide displaying it. So we're just going to head right into the tropics discussion. Right now, we have Invest 91L, which has caught the interest of the National Hurricane Center very much so. They've given it a 60% chance of developing within the next 48 hours, but over the next week, it has a 90% chance of developing. The National Hurricane Center believes it is likely that Invest 91L will become a tropical depression this weekend, but after that, we don't really know what it'll do or where it'll go. Some models depict Invest 91L becoming a strong system and turning northward before it gets too far into the Caribbean, and thus doesn't have much of a chance of hitting our area and or impacting us directly. But others show it becoming a weaker system and and moving further west and further into the Caribbean and then heading north and and in such a situation that would give Invest 91L a better chance of hitting us, impacting us directly. But as I've said in past videos, it is still too early to say exactly what this low is going to do or where it'll hit, but still keep track of it. Listen for any updates from the National Hurricane Center or from your weather apps. Watch my videos and I'll update you myself. Now, let's get into the aerial forecast. Right now in Palaca, it is clear and the temperature is 79 degrees. And that temperature will only continue to drop as we head into the later hours of tonight. It'll reach a low of 71 degrees. Not only do y'all in Palaca have that comfortable low to look forward to, but also that 0% probability of precipitation. That is a great sight given all the rain we've been having these past few weeks due to fronts that have moved through our area or stalled and created more storms and given us an absolute deluge of rain. That brings me to our 5-day forecast. As a cold front's going to move into our area from the north, providing a forcing mechanism for storms. As you can see here, those rain chances will increase starting during the weekend. They'll reach a maximum of 70% early next week, thanks to that cold front. But the drier conditions will last into tomorrow. As you can see here, the chances for rain will still be quite low then, and so you'll have to worry about heat a little more tomorrow, and that brings me to the temperatures, specifically the highs. They'll start off in the low 90s tomorrow and during the weekend, but uh, but next week they'll decrease into the upper 80s and lower 90s, thanks to that cold front and the rain it'll bring. And now looking at those lows, those lovely lows, I know I say that a lot, but those lows are truly are lovely. They can um, provide a comfortable environment for us during the night. Now, those lows, they'll be in the low to mid 70s throughout the forecast period. So, summarize this forecast. After tomorrow, storms will be the primary hazard. So, uh, just keep that in mind as you're planning for the weekend. Yeah, and just remember the saying, when thunder roars, go indoors. Now let's look at Crescent City. The skies are clear there as well, and the temperature is 80 degrees. And tonight the low will be 75 degrees. Y'all in Crescent City also have that 0% probability of precipitation to enjoy. But like Palaca, those rain chances will will increase in Crescent City. Thanks again to that cold front um, coming in from the north and eventually stalling. Those rain chances, they'll reach a maximum of 80% on Tuesday. But again, the nicer conditions, the drier conditions will last into tomorrow, when the chance of rain will be around 20%. But from Saturday beyond, storms will be greater threats. Now, looking at the temperatures, uh, the highs, they'll start off in the upper 80s to lower 90s tomorrow and during the weekend. But because of the cold front and the rain, they'll decrease to the mid to upper 80s at the start of next week. And the lows, they'll be in the low to mid 70s. And finally, in Interlaken, the skies are clear and the temperature is 81 degrees. And that temperature will eventually reach a low of 70 tonight. And would you look at that? Another 0% probability of precipitation. That's a great sight. It really is. I'm sure this is great news for you dog owners. Yes, definitely take advantage of these nicer conditions. If you're not a dog owner, still still you know enjoy this weather. Maybe go to the nearest beach and walk on it, and listen to those waves break. That's something I enjoy doing at night, uh, whenever the conditions are clear, and the temperatures are comfortable. But if you don't want to go to the beach, maybe check out the Rodman Dam and look at the stars there, and and as well as the wildlife. I know alligators are abundant there. Uh, just be careful if you uh, if you decide to get closer to the water at the dam. Just, yeah, look out for those gators. And um, now looking at the days ahead, uh, those rain chances will those rain chances in Interlaken will also increase during the weekend, and during the weekend and at the start of next week, due to that cold front. But tomorrow the chances of rain will be low. So so you have that to look forward to. But yes, from Saturday beyond, those storms will be greater threats. They'll be the primary hazards. Those rain chances, they'll reach a maximum of 70 on Tuesday. And uh, and now let's look at those temperatures. They'll they'll be a slightly greater concern there in Interlaken, as the highs will be in the low to mid 90s. Now we won't have heat indices in the lower hundreds like we did in August and July. So we're in the clear there, but uh, but due to drier conditions and those highs, um, the heat will be the primary hazard to tomorrow. So just keep that in mind if you have to be outdoors at some point during the day. Um, now now looking at the highs at the start of next week, they'll they'll be in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Uh, uh, Thanks again to that front and the rain it'll bring. In the lows, they'll be in the low 70s during the next 5 days. Now, here's another reminder regarding the Palaca Farmers Market. It starts this Saturday and it'll be on every first and third Saturdays from September to May of next year. And it'll run from 9 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon on those Saturdays. And some things to expect are local produce, handmade goods, and community charm. Now, given the aerial forecast, storms may be a bit of an issue for those who decide to visit the market. Uh, so if you're one of those individuals, keep track of any storms in your vicinity using your radar apps or by simply looking at the sky and listening for thunder. But despite those storms, still have enjoy a good time at the market, support the community, and support those farmers. Now, to close, I want to thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like or comment. Consider subscribing. And if you are interested in storm chasing content, check out my X account, which is Trevor Oliver WX. There you'll see more images like the one here in the background. This is an image of a funnel I saw west of Elkton on June 24th, 2023. I'm not entirely sure if this became a tornado, and the National Weather Service never confirmed a touchdown, so um, we'll never know. But this funnel certainly did come close to touching the ground, and you'll see that in my footage of this funnel. It's on X, so yeah. Uh, Check out my X account and watch the footage there. I digress. If you are a business owner who wishes to have their planned events or services advertised in any way, reach out to me in the comments section and we can work something out together. And thanks again for listening. I've been meteorologist Trevor Oliver with Putnam Weather and More. Have a great night.